Now they can hear us. Okay.
All right. Hopefully they can hear us. Seeker and I have been working on this for a little bit. I'm not very technical. Welcome, everyone. Hopefully you can see us. Are we live, Seeker? I don't even know. Are we live?
Yeah, we're good. I think we're live. I think people can finally hear us eventually at this time or whatever.
All right. Well, first of all, welcome, everyone. This is the second edition of the Bullion and Beyond with Silver Seeker and RobFindsTreasure. We figured that we would do these at least every 2 weeks, maybe as much as 4 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since our last one. We will be alternating channels. Seeker was last time. I'm this time. Next time will be Seeker. So if you are not subscribed to both of us, it'd be good so you get notifications when we do them. They'll be Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock. We're always going to get done within an hour because our friend Keith from Coin Crew goes live at 7 o'clock, and we always ask everyone, if you want, go check out his channel afterwards. Did I miss anything so far, Seeker, on the intro?
No, that sounds good.
All right, well, really quickly, the title says, Pennies Discontinued and Gold Approaches $3,000. Obviously, I probably will talk more about some of the penny stuff and the coin stuff. Seeker's a self-proclaimed professional expert at gold and silver bullion.
I was going to say, don't say that. I don't consider myself that.
I know, but bottom line is that's what the titles are going to be about today. Thank you, J-Dog, for the $5 super chat. I see it. Hey, Rob. Hey, Silver Seeker. Thank you, J-Dog.
J-Dog rocks.
As always, you're welcome to hang out, leave it on in the background, listen if you want. You can read the chat. You can answer questions in the chat if you're a mod or you just want to be helpful. And then, of course, anyone who has a question, we'll do our best. Seeker's actually going to assist me with the chat when I'm talking, and I'll assist him with the chat when he's talking. Right, yep. Seeker?
Yeah, sounds good. Guys, they are saying you're quieter than I am. I can try and fix that on my side here. I'm just going to turn you up about 5 decibels, and we'll see if that's... So go ahead and talk again.
All right, let me know if I'm louder now,
that sounds
quieter now, or different now.
That looks better. That looks better on the audio track, so we'll see what they say.
All right, hopefully it's better now. Rob's audio is really... That could be an old comment, though. Hopefully I'm louder now. It's not normal that I'm not loud.
Yeah, it really isn't. And again, it's... Rob's audio is a bit low still. We'll see. J-Dog says louder. Same. Well, it can't be the same because it's definitely peaking louder. 2 bits, John says it's good. Sorry, guys, we are. Jim says he hears you fine. So this is the first time we're streaming it to Rob's channel. Rob sounds like he's in a cave. That may be my fault because I think what's happening is Rob is coming through my speakers and into my microphone, and so it's making an echo. I will fix that for tonight. And again, this is the second time we've done the show, first time on Rob's channel. So, you know, there's always going to be some sort of technical difficulty here. I'm going to put on my headphones and turn off my speakers, and that should solve that. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, mine shows good on my side, at least from what I can see.
Yeah, you're.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right, so we'll just get right into this. We don't want to spend, and hopefully you guys can hear me. It's weird for me to say that, but bottom line is the first discussion, you can read all about it. I'm not going to say I know everything about it, but the first part of the discussion I wanted to have tonight were about the pennies being discontinued. Let's clarify what that really means. Pennies aren't being discontinued. I see a lot of people saying the pennies are being eliminated, they're going away, they're being discontinued. No. President Trump, all he said, based on Elon Musk's audit of government spending practices and what's losing us money, was, hey, minting pennies is a huge loss. Think of $187 million a year for the U.S. Mint. We should stop doing that. Trump said to the U.S. Mint Secretary, hey, stop minting pennies. Bottom line is, Trump can't just demand that. It has to be passed in an act of Congress to say, yes, let's stop minting pennies. For those that don't know, Congress actually controls the U.S. Mint. So until there's a press release from the U.S. Mint and until there's an act of Congress that's passed that says stop minting them, technically they're not discontinued, they're not eliminated, and they're not even going to be stopping minting of them. That being said, the U.S. Mint Secretary could actually say, you know what, let's cut back on them. I actually looked up the 2025 circulating coins U.S. Mint website releases of mintages, and all denominations for 2025 for circulating business strike coins are down a ton. According to the latest release, this is subject to change because as the year progresses, the mint continues to mint coins. Lincoln Cents, 82 million or 82.4 million out of Denver. Holy cow, that's nothing. And 160 million out of Philly. And for those that don't know, pennies are usually minted in the hundreds and hundreds of millions, if not the billions. So mintage figures are down, not just for cents, but for nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars, dollars, they're all down. So they're not eliminated. They're not discontinued. Trump said, let's stop minting them. Doesn't mean they're not going to lower the mintages and possibly stop minting them. But when you think about what it would take Congress to stop it. Then another program would have to be initiated, another bill to say, let's go ahead and eliminate them. That would have to be passed. That would have to be passed with a leeway of or a runway of several years to allow all businesses to change out their point of sale systems, their POS systems, to round up or down to the nearest nickel. That will require some time. And then it would actually happen after that. In the meantime, all of these circulating pennies would still be available to hunt. All of the banks would still have penny boxes. They could still get them from the vaults and still move them in and get them out to us. So nothing's happening for a year or two that would affect coin roll hunting. And nothing's happening for a few years that would affect the penny not being used in circulation. And nothing has been released so far from the mint or from Congress stating that this is going to happen. I think I covered a lot, Seeker. Did I miss something that we pre-talked about?
No, not really. We had someone in the chat, Middle Dragon Braveheart said, Elon said today that it wouldn't be until after the 250th anniversary. So next year.
I have said all along, and everyone who watches my channel knows this and on my live streams, I hope we have all of our coinage for 2026 for our 250th year anniversary so that there's some really cool designs hopefully minted for all denominations, not just a collector set, although I'll be all over that. And then I've also said all along, with all the circulating coins out there, I don't know why, and with the society becoming more cashless, I don't know why we're minting hundreds of millions and billions of coins every year anyway. We should be minting the mintage figures on the U.S. Mint site that I'm looking at right now. This looks like what we should be minting annually and declining every year until they're no longer needed as much. We have, other than the zinc cents, which fall apart in a decade, all the coins last for a lot of years. So anyway, that's what I have to say about that. Like Forrest Gump says, right? That's all I got to say about that.
That's fair enough. Guys, I'm still seeing a couple of comments about Rob not sounding great. As long as you can hear him well, if he's loud enough, I hear him just fine, and so you should be hearing what I hear, but I'll listen to it afterwards, and we'll do some tweaking for the next show, but we can't spend the entire hour on that, so as long as you can hear him, we're just going to have to let that be for the night. You did get a super chat above Rob from Logan Sears. Did you miss that?
I did. Oh, there it is. Logan Sears, $5. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Hey, Rob, I'm glad to be back. I just got back after being deployed. This is brand new to me. I guess I got to catch up on videos, don't I? Oh, what we're talking about? Yeah, you got to catch up. By the way, thank you for your service. I'm imagining deployed means you're serving our country. Appreciate you very much, brother. And yes, looks like you got a little catching up to do.
Awesome. And thank you guys for the super chats and supporting Rob's stream. That is awesome. I really appreciate it. Seeker is just louder. Rob sounds fine. I'll turn my mic down a little bit. Maybe that'll make a difference as well. So Rob, let me ask you this. You talked about why they're minting the pennies. You don't understand why they're minting so many coins anyway. What happens if we just stop minting the pennies? Like, what happens after that? What if we stop minting nickels? I mean, I know Canada stopped minting pennies a long time ago.
Well, so if we stop minting, first start with pennies because we can relate to Canada, and I'm not a Canadian expert, but I've done some research. If we stop minting pennies completely and we eliminate the penny along with that, we'd have to have our point of sale systems would have to change to round up. If it's 3 cents on the dollar to a nickel, and if it's 2 cents on the dollar, would round down. Annually, that would not cost consumers too much. Inflation wouldn't change. We only use about 10% cash in our society today anyway. So it would have very little impact on business transactions or businesses in general. No one's going to get mad about it. It is what it is. Matter of fact, it wouldn't even make or lose too much money for any business. They estimate that business would make a little bit more money, but like half of 1%. I see the Coin Crew super chats. I'll get to them. But if they eliminate the penny, there would have to be another act passed that says, banks, when you get pennies, take them back in. We'll recycle the metals. If that happens, then we'll stop seeing them in circulation completely. The coin roll hunting will pretty much go away, but then coin collecting and numismatic value of our cents should rise a little bit, but not a lot because, again, there's people like me that have millions of pennies hoarded. So, yeah, I mean, that's hopefully I'm answering what you're asking.
Yeah, no, that answered the question just fine. Go ahead and touch on those super chats we just got.
Coin Crew, $10 super chat. What does this button do? What's up, brother? That's the Coin Crew that we're talking about. If you're not subscribed to his channel, click on the 3 dots, go to his channel and subscribe if you can, or the mods can put it in the chat. Coin Crew, again, $20. These buttons are cool. Wow, this is a different color. You're funny, brother. Appreciate you very much. He streams at 7 o'clock, like we said, right after this stream.
Hey, Coin Crew, what other colors are there? You want to show us?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is there a red or a pink color? I haven't seen those. Just kidding.
Just kidding. All right. So does anyone have any questions about pennies, or do we want to move on from that? I
don't know if we missed any questions. I try to cover it all for everyone. I'm also screaming so they can hear me. But I think, no, yeah, no matter what, if any circulating coins are not minted, I would imagine they would still mint NIFCs because the mint makes money on collectible coins to collectors. So I would imagine there would be NIFCs still minted. I don't know if that would be forever. You don't see Ike dollars out there anymore minted as NIFCs. So eventually, and you don't see Canadian coins. I could be wrong, but I don't think you see Canadian pennies every single year since they stopped. They have had some anniversary stuff and some reverse proof coins for collectors, but I think eventually they would go completely away.
So do you think nickels follow suit? Because someone just commented that nickels take about, oh my gosh, Coin Crew is a joke.
Hey,
wow.
Holy, it's a joke, brother. Don't do the red. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. That's more than generous, brother. We're going to do, matter of fact, I have a giveaway I'm going to do, and we're going to call it the Coin Crew giveaway. It's going to be a very nice, not quite BU, but a really nice, almost uncirculated Benji, and we'll give that away. It's the Coin Crew giveaway. I might have to do another one, but that's the one we're doing for sure.
That is awesome. And Jeremy just gifted a membership as well.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. Thank you. You were saying something, Seeker.
I forget what I was saying. I was just taken back. Oh, the nickel. So the nickel, someone commented that nickels take around 15 cents to make. I know that's, on a percentage basis.
11.7 cents.
So Google says 13.8. I guess it depends on who you ask and how much nickel is at the time. News Nation just released a report on February 10th saying they take about 10 cents to make. That's still less on a percentage basis than the penny. So the pennies take like almost 4 cents to make a penny. So that's almost 400% markup, if you will, whereas nickels double to triple depending on who you ask.
And pennies mint in the billions, hundreds of millions to billions, and nickels have historically not been that high no matter what. Even last year and the year before, they've minted a lot less. And even if they mint 250 million nickels versus 1.7 billion pennies, the cost is still a big difference no matter what. That being said, nickel mintages have gone down, and I'm going to talk about it because I did a short on it. I've talked about it on my channel. If you find 2024 nickels, Denver, and you find any 2025 coins at all, you might want to consider, if you get a brand new nickel box or penny box this year, or any brand new box, you might want to look on eBay, because nickel rolls have been selling between $150 and $200 per Denver 2024 nickel roll. I sold circulated fines nickel rolls that I put together for $125 each for fun. I figured I'd put it out there. An hour later, all 4 rolls were gone. So they're hotcakes right now. I know that's expensive. I know that's probably overpriced, but everyone's cashing in. I have a subscriber who got a brand new nickel box and made $6,000 on a $100 box within 24 hours on eBay. Now, you got to take away the 13.5% eBay fees and shipping, but still, they probably cleared $5,000.
Right.
Cleared $5,000
on a $100 box of nickels.
On a $100 box. I'll take those all day, every day.
Yeah, that's incredible. It kind of makes you want to go to the bank and order boxes of nickels, does it not?
Digger, let's do it. Let's both go get a nickel box and do it. Maybe we'll get Raven and we'll do a nickel box battle for fun, and we'll pull out the 2024 Denvers we find.
Dude, it'd be cool to be like, would you guys like to see us do another like old box battle with old Ravenhawk coins? And I don't know, we could even try and get Coin Crew involved if he wanted to.
Yeah, we do a 4-way box battle if we needed to and just see.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yep.
I miss streaming with old Raven. I'd love to get Raven back in for sure.
We got to get Raven on one for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Guys, Ravenhawk Coins, by the way, if you don't know who he is, I'm just going to shout him out. Great channel. I don't need to give you a link. Just search Ravenhawk Coins, just how it sounds, and go give him a sub. Great channel for sure.
Everyone's like, do it. 2024 nickels, that is close, yes. The 2024 Phillies are about $40 a roll. They used to be $75. The Denvers, listen, they're way more than $75 a roll. I'm telling you right now. Literally 6 days ago, I put 4 on eBay for $125, and I'm talking about these kind of rolls. When I do my nickel hunts, I pull out the 2024 Denvers and make a roll. I got 125 times 4, like literally in an hour. Literally in an hour, it was done, gone. Yep. I did 125 because I figured if they're selling for $200, let's see what a circulator. I was just doing it for fun, just to see what happened. I even put or best offer and said auto accept at 100. And they've still bought 125 times 4. Gone. Yeah,
I'm looking at sold comps on eBay right now. You got February 18th, 80 of them. So 2 rolls sold for $375. Here's one roll that sold for $125, like you had just said. Single nickels are selling for $5.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's insane.
No, I don't know why everyone's not grabbing nickel boxes right now and making rolls. You can make a fortune more than you ever could on nickels, and it's going to happen again in 2025 based on the mintages. Based on the mintages, it's going to happen again. Go get nickel boxes, try to get new penny boxes, dimes as well, and even if you're skunked in the hunt, if you get some 2024 or 2025 coins, you did pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. You got another super chat there, man.
Hey, what's up, Diggin' Dave? Rob, are you going to stash some penny boxes away to have? Yes. That's so. When I got sick, I had 51 penny boxes. I'm down to 17. I told Charlani last week, every bank we stop at, everything time we do it, we're getting a nickel and a penny box no matter what. No matter what. Even if I have hundreds. I'm going to stock up. My plan is to, and for those that don't know, I've been selling my copper stash. I've been getting $70 per penny box on my copper pennies right now, Seeker. And they sold. Well, I told Seeker about it. I left the listing open, and I woke up the next morning and 84 boxes were sold overnight. So I'm selling my copper stash of pennies, some of it, so that I can buy more penny boxes to hunt, so that in the event the pennies discontinue, I have those.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Do you want me to share like this screen I'm looking at, showing the sold comps on eBay?
You can do whatever you want, Seeker. Share it.
Sure. All right, so here we go. Let me go.
As long as it's not one of the pictures I sent you pre-stream.
No, it's not. That's funny though. Let's see. Hold on. I gotta top right. All right.
Man, Keith, again, thank you, brother. Those super chats were more than generous, my friend.
All right, here we go. Look at this. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So, Rob, you'll have to see it on the stream. You won't be able to see what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's gonna be delayed too. So
yeah, it's gonna be delayed as well. But look at this, guys. So here's 125. This is a sold comp. This sold February 18th, 125. Let me zoom in a little bit more here so you can see it.
And that's just like me. So see, someone did what I did.
Yeah.
Circulated nickels, just like I did.
Yep. Here is that one I told you about. This is 2 rolls for $375. Single nickel, $5.61 plus 73 cents shipping. So they probably just threw it in an envelope. Here's a single coin. They showed this one. They showed the rolls split open, so you can see it comes from a fresh roll. They sold the single nickel $8.75 plus $1 delivery. Look at that. Here's another roll for $154, another roll for $125, another roll for $150, and these are all recent. Look at the dates. This isn't like, oh, one sold a month ago. Like, these are all
this is yesterday and today.
Yes, everything here is yesterday and today. Isn't that insane? All right, I'll remove that. So yeah, go to your banks and look
like
for the.
Somebody saw my 125 and they're like, "Let's do it." I bet you I could have done 150. I just did 125 because I figured that was 60% of the price because it's circulated. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there's, by the way, circulated nickels. There's PU ones in my roll. They might have only went to one time, got recirculated. Most of them look fantastic, but I didn't want to have to cherry pick through each single one and say that's not good enough. That's good. I didn't want to mess with it. I just made the rolls and sent them out.
So Bolts the Clown wants to know why they're buying those. It's because of the low mintage. Like, what was the mintage on 2024 Ds? It was like
33. I have a picture. I think it's 33 million, 34 million. But that's the first. That was 5% of the previous year, and it's the first time since 2009 nickels have been under 100 million. The problem is, and I know the 2009s aren't going crazy, but everyone who's put together a nickel collection needs those Denvers. And so even if every person who collects put together a nickel collection, only 34 or whatever million people could put together the full set. That's the big problem.
Yep. It's interesting. We'll have to see what happens with pennies if even if they don't cancel, like you said, if the mint director is just like, well, let's cut back on how many we make. It'd be interesting to see what I would love to know. We'll have to find out later this year what the final year mintages are for pennies this year.
That's the key. And no, someone asked in the chat, is a 2024 brand new penny box worth much? No. 2024 pennies had a regular mintage. They had I think one point something billion. So the pennies, it's not the pennies, it's the nickels from last year. It's all the coins from this year. If you happen to get a 2025 uncirculated penny box or a nickel box, you have 2 choices. Stash it for yourself, which I never recommend. You always sell when it's hot. Or wait for someone else to sell it, see what it's selling for, bump it up 10%, see if it sells on a test couple of rolls. If it sells fast, bump it up again. Someone's going to pay for it. So people out there have money to burn. I don't, but people do. So that's the people you want buying your stuff, and they will buy them.
There you go, for sure. So does anyone else have any questions about that before, do we want to move on? Because we haven't even brought up gold yet.
I think that's good. We're about 22 minutes in, and we can talk about gold for 15 to 20 minutes, and we can answer questions in the chat as well.
Yeah, sure. So in the title, Robin, I'll let you take the lead, but in the title, you put gold's approaching 3,000. I'm going to give you exact spot. As of the second, it is...
Hold on really quick, Seeker.
No, go right ahead.
I have some people disagreeing in chat saying they've sold boxes of pennies for a huge amount today. You know what? Power to you. If people are paying that much for 2024 pennies, I have 4 boxes on the floor. I didn't even realize people were spending that much for a penny box because the mintages are so high. I don't know why they're spending that much on them. Now, are you saying 2024 Denver or Philly, or it doesn't matter? Because if that's what they're going for, then I'll go ahead and sell those as well. I just didn't look them up because the mintages were so high. I thought, who would pay that?
Interesting. Logan Sears with the super chat, by the way.
See you later, Coin Crew. Appreciate you being here, and thanks again for the generosity.
Yeah, we're gonna send you. We're gonna raid Coin Crew's channel after we're done here at 7 o'clock.
Navy Federal here no longer gets boxes of coins. Yeah, a lot of banks don't like doing it, especially credit unions and smaller branches. They've always had a problem. I only bank with the big three typically. I do have some other places I stop by and use my $100. I can use $100 for being a non-member. But B of A, Wells Fargo, and Chase are typically, as long as you have a business account, they usually don't shut you down for any order, typically.
Fair enough. I know my bank doesn't give me any issues with ordering coins. Granted, it's been a while since I've made any orders, but they used to. This is the same bank that if I walked in and said, "Give me 20 boxes of $50," and they would order them, they wouldn't even ask for a deposit. So I doubt that they've switched up that much, but we'll see. I don't know.
Wow, Sika, they're right.
What?
2024 penny boxes, because FOMO, people are spending big dollars on them.
So are people thinking that 2024 is the last year of pennies since Trump said that? I don't think.
You know what?
That's not how that works.
I guess that's what they think. Yeah.
Oh dear.
I had no idea about the penny boxes.
So look up the mintage for last year on pennies. What's the mintage on the Phillies and the Denvers?
I'll go to 2024 right now, and here it is. 1.5 billion Denvers, 1.7 billion Phillies. That's ridiculous.
That doesn't make any sense. Why?
That's why I didn't look it up, but I'm looking on eBay. Look on eBay right now, Seeker.
I believe you.
Boxes of pennies are selling between 125 and 375.
Wow. Huh. Well, didn't you just sell a bunch of your pennies, your copper cents? You want to talk about that?
I did. I'm selling them for $70 a box, but I didn't want to ask for more because I sold them at copper value. I sold them at the basically 3 cents value per box is what I was selling them at.
Paula Bloom says people are panicking and having major FOMO. They will end up sorry they spent that money. I kind of agree.
I don't know.
On 2024, I'm not talking about the Denver nickels. Yeah, on the pennies.
I don't want to say I don't feel right because, like I just said earlier, if you can get that kind of money and someone's willing to spend it, fine. I didn't even look at the pennies. The mintages are normal, but I have 6 boxes of 2024 Denver pennies that I was going to take to a bank.
I mean, I listen. Nothing against the guy in your chat that's selling them, because let's be honest, if he didn't buy them from you, he's going to buy them from somebody. So it may as well be you. So that's awesome, good. That's great for you. But I think Paul is right. The people that are buying them eventually, it's not his fault. He just listed them. People buy them or they don't buy them. It's their choice. But
of course, that's right. The same with auctions. It is what if someone wants to pay that, that's what they pay.
Right, but they are going. I think Paul is right. They are going to regret that. That's.
The mintages are ridiculous. They're available everywhere.
Ty McFadden says Gallagher said it best. Think about how stupid the average person is, then realize that half of them are dumber than that. So correct. But I'm not trying to knock people, because there might be someone in here that bought one. I'm not trying to knock people. Just if you are one of the people that are here buying one, just think twice. I mean, listen to what Rob just said. The managers are nuts. It doesn't make any sense.
I never considered. I'd even search until I saw everyone in the chat's like, I disagree, Rob. I'm like, no way. And sure enough, clear as day, I'm listing my penny boxes tomorrow. I'm not even gonna lie. Why take them back to the bank if I can quadrillion my income, my ROI?
Yeah, that's interesting. I love the Gallagher quote for sure. What about some Confucius quotes? Confucius say, "He who stand on toilet is high on pot." All right. All right. Oh my gosh. Zaso Rock says, clueless enough not to buy any penny boxes, LOL. I had no idea. Like, I don't, me, I mostly talk about silver and gold in the channel. I don't do a lot of coin roll hunting anymore. So I still pay attention to $50, but I don't really look at pennies very often. But shoot, I mean, wow. Interesting.
I'm going to answer the question. I normally don't like people in the chat being negative, but Electrum's like, almost as dumb as buying Ultra Breaks. I don't know. I got a gold coin in my last Ultra Breaks. I could buy another 30 Ultra Breaks and break even. So I guess almost as dumb as buying lottery tickets, because if you get at least if when you spend money on Ultra Breaks, you get something in return. Lottery tickets, you get none. Slot machines, you almost always get none. So to each their own. All I'm gonna say about that.
Hey, fair enough. You know, yeah. All right. Anyway, what was I going to say? You had mentioned the lottery. I said this last time, but the lottery is just a tax on people that can't do math. So I agree 100%. At least you're getting something back.
You're getting something. You get something. It's better than nothing. You get something. Is it expensive? Yeah. Is it for everyone? No. Could you get lucky? Sure. Could you get lucky on the lotto? Yes. Could you get something? Probably not. Do you usually get nothing? Yes.
Fair enough. So, anywho, where are we?
Gold. Where's the gold spot?
Oh yeah, that's there. Yeah, I was looking up gold. So right now, gold is sitting. It's almost at 3,000. And guys, keep in mind that when we said that gold's almost 3,000 on the title, that doesn't mean we're going to talk about if it's going to. Like, we'll talk about if it's going to happen, but we're not going to say whether or not it's going to happen because none of us have a crystal ball. I've said this so many times. Talked about it in my last video. But it is currently sitting at 29.36, and it sure as heck is really, really close to it. You know, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago where everyone was getting excited about it crossing $2,000. So the fact that it's almost 3 is insane. What are your thoughts, man? Do you have any gold, Rob? Do you stack any gold at all?
I don't normally like to talk about my gold stack because I know it's
nowhere near. I didn't say how much. I said, do you have?
No. I know it's no. I was going to make a joke. It's nowhere near the fortitude of your stack.
Oh, my stack's a lot smaller than people think.
In 2016, I had no gold. In 2017, I started getting a little bit of gold when I could. And by this year, I have traded in a lot of my silver to make room for the gold. So I have more gold than I've ever had, but I don't have a lot of gold compared to most people at all. Well, compared to most people, I probably have more gold, but I don't have a lot of gold for somebody who loves gold because it's out of my budget typically. So, but I love that a lot of my gold is under $1,500 an ounce, and I love that a good section of it is not more than $2,200 an ounce. So when you think about where it's at today, I've done really well on my gold.
Paula says she wants it low so she can buy more, but she also said, but my question is, when it gets that high, who is going to buy it? Yes, or can you sell it for that? Yes, absolutely. Like Eagles right now, you can still sell for full spot price to most places. In fact, I was just looking at, hold on.
And while he looks, I've always thought that, Paula, but let me tell you a quick story. I'm missing one baseball card from the 1952 top set from numbers 1 through 311. It's the Mickey Mantle graded coin. I didn't have enough money to buy it because I thought it was way too expensive back in 1999. I didn't buy it. Then in 2010, I didn't buy it when I had a chance to buy it because I thought it's way too, no one's going to buy it for this again. Here we are in 2025, and that dang card, along with a lot of cards and a lot of other things, just keep going up. They just keep. So people have thought the same thing you think right now. People have thought when gold was at 1,000, when gold was at 2,000, when gold might hit 3,000. It's always going to be think that. Bitcoin, when it hit 30,000, oh, better sell. Oh, when it hit 50,000, oh, we're done. It'll hit 100,000 in 5 years. It hit 100,000 this year. It's always like that. People always think that who's going to buy it, it's got to be capped. And then things might not be capped.
Yeah, no, you're right. There were always, it seems like there's always going to be buyers. I think when you look at physical metals, I mean, the issue is are you going to be able to sell it for the full spot? And that was her question. So I'm looking at a local dealer near me right now who they post their buy and sell online. They are buying Eagles for just $25 back a spot. So if gold hit 30.25, they would pay you $3,000. So I guess my point is right now they're offering $29.0873. $29.0873 if you walked in there with it right now. And that's to a coin shop that has to turn around to resell it. And they're selling them today for $29.8973. So they're not even making like they're making like $70. It's not even a massive, or $80, is it? Yeah, it's not even a massive markup. But yeah, it's not going to be an issue to sell it, I don't think. And you know, it's kind of like we were talking about with silver a couple of weeks ago, if we want to get back to silver, because silver is approaching 35. It is 32.96 right now. It might hit 35 again. I don't know. But, you know, that same question comes through with silver. The issue with silver is that there's so much of it out there right now, physical silver right now, that it's not an issue to sell it. It's just, it's an issue. It is starting to become difficult to sell it, depending on where you are in the country and across the counter. So, I talked to Keith yesterday. We were Vermilion Enterprises, which is another channel. He has a coin shop in Florida. He had put out a video that he's getting 95% sellers, 5% buyers for silver right now. But then I talked to Keith, who said he's 50-50. And I talked to Josh in My Not Coin and Bullion, who said he's around 50-50 as well. And if I look at the same dealer, buying silver, they're paying over spot for Eagles. They're paying full spot for Maples. They're paying only 70 cents back for silver rounds. So maybe it's a little bit harder to sell it across the counter for these shops, but there's no shortage of shops that are willing to buy it. They're just going to buy it a little bit cheaper, but I don't think you're going to have issues selling it at all, unfortunately. Or fortunately, not unfortunately. Fortunately, I don't think you're going to have much issue selling it at all, is I guess what I was trying to say.
You know what? I see some people in the chat saying they still get silver, junk silver at 18 times face, which is a hell of a deal in my opinion. I
would love that.
Are we still seeing it? Because I've had a hard time buying junk silver lately. I go to my silver dealer and he has almost no 90%, but he has a ton of bullion. Are you seeing that at all, Seeker? Are you still seeing at the coin shows a lot of 90%?
Tons of 90% of the coin shows that have won too.
Yeah.
And those people that are buying it 18 times. I mean, my gosh, the dealer I was talking about, let me share my screen again with you so they can see this. Like, I'm not
get an 18 times face, I would be buying.
I'm not making this up. Let me show this to you. Hold on. So we're gonna do. I just want to do screen capture. Yeah, I think that's what I want. Window capture. Temp. We're just gonna call it temp, and we need to pick. There we go. All right. So just so you can see, like, I am not making this up. Okay. So this is a coin shop near me. It's Scotsman's Coin and Jewelry, and this is their buy sell. So I want to show you this. So we're going to go down to Eagles. Eagles, they have spots showing at $32.93. They're paying $33.58 for common gems. For 2025s, they're paying $34.38. But I want to look at 90% because they said they're buying 90%. These guys said they're buying 90% at 18. This business right here is paying $21.69 for dimes and quarters and $21.79 for halves. So you could literally, if you're getting it for 18, you could walk into the shop and make dang near $4 per dollar. And look, they're selling it. So this is their buy price. So this is what they pay. Just so you can see, I'm looking at the lines here. Buy price and then sell price. So they sell it for they're buying for $21.79. They're selling for $24.08. And going back to gold, I showed you this earlier. Here's what I said they're paying.
Can you mouse over that screen or you can't? It does not show up.
Oh, is my mouse cursor not showing up? Well, that sucks.
No, that's so we can maybe you can highlight it or click on it because
here you can see my mouse cursor now. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Good call. So I have to move my mouse between screens, but this is gold. So this is gold Eagles, any uncommon gems. So this is right here. This is what they're buying for. So this is if you're on their Bullion Club, and just so you know, I've been there. Bullion Club is free. You give them your email address and phone number, you get a card. You're on their Bullion Club. It doesn't cost anything. So they're paying $29.08 and they're selling for $29.89 for gold Eagles right here. You see that? Yep. And then scrolling back down to 90%. I'll do it again. I'll just highlight it this time. So we're going to make sure we're on the right line. So this is 90% right here. So this line right here is 90%. So this is their 90% buy and sell. Oops. Sorry. So this is dimes and quarters, and then the bottom line is $half. So you can see their buy price is $21.76. That's right here, and $21.86 for halves. And then their sell price is $23.80 or $23.97.
Yeah. So if you can get it for 18 times face,
you can walk into the shop. Yeah, go ahead.
And well, and 18 times, it's almost $4. That's like a 22% markup. So if I spend $100,000 for whatever reason on 18 times face, if I could make $22,000 in their buy for them to buy it back for me.
Right,
That's
exactly.
What I'm 18 times face, I would. Not that I would take out a loan to that. I never would say do that when you don't know what. Nothing's guaranteed. But if I was getting 18 times face, I'd spend all my available cash that I currently had on me to go get as much of that as possible.
Exactly.
I have a deal with my silver dealer where I get it 1 times face less than the average person. And even that, I'm probably around 21 right now. 21 times face is what my last purchase was. And he doesn't even have any right now. So 18 times face, a steal of a deal.
I'm going to write this down. Someone said look up Allen's Jewelry Store in Fall River, Massachusetts. I'm not going to do it in this stream because we've already put a bunch of stuff on the screen already. But I will look into that for future. I've never heard of that one. Allen's Jewelry. Which is odd because I've heard of so many coin shops doing my coin shop calls. It's not even funny.
What's up, Mid-America Coins? How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Is that Mid-America Coins in the house? What's up, sir?
I saw Mid-America Coins say, what's up, Rob?
Hey, what's going on, Mike? How's it going? Did we see anyone else that we didn't? Because we had someone in the chat last week, or 2 weeks ago, that we didn't realize.
When we get excited and talking and looking at screens and spreadsheet, we get spreadsheets about the gold and silver brought up. I become the biggest spreadsheet geek, and I'm staring like crazy.
We got 90% for $1 back of spot, Mike says. So what would that? So you'd be selling it at $31.94. Let's get a calculator up. So $31.94 times 0.715. So you'd be selling it at $22.83. Okay.
Yeah, selling at $22.83.
Right.
That's about right. But
so Mike, what would you pay for it today?
And what would you really pay, Mike?
Yeah, and don't just be honest. What would you really pay for it?
Well, he'll be sold out now because 325 people wrote that down. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
We haven't talked.
Someone.
Yeah, you probably saw the same thing.
Well, someone said earlier that Elon wants to live stream that.
Yeah.
I would probably just do a 24-hour reaction video, like a reaction live stream. Like, let's watch it together. Oh man, I don't know. That'd be very interesting. Oh, could you imagine? So, what do we think of that? I think it does need to be audited. I would really like to know if there really is the gold that that they claim is there. I mean, what do you think, Rob? Would you be interested in actually knowing that? Do you think it's all there?
It's not all there. It's not all.
Yeah.
I think at least, I'm going to be very honest. I think 50% or more is paper. Is paper. It's not physical gold.
Gotcha.
Do you think it's that much, or am I being crazy?
I think you're probably right. I think I would be surprised if half it was there. I really would.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's 50%. I'm trying to be. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get audited, but I think probably 50% or more is not there.
Yeah, you're right. I don't either. I think it's all there, guys. Every
single, and they're fine.
They're fine. The government, 100%, guys. I guarantee every ounce of it is there. 100%. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be audited either.
What's up, Mr. G? Of course I remember you, Gavin. I gave you the hug, brother. You said you were a subscriber watching the channel. We got a little hug, and of course I remember you. If I meet you in person, most likely will remember you.
Mike said they're buying $2 back of spot. Are you buying $2 back of spot or $2 back of melt? Like that, there's a difference. And if you guys are curious what the difference is, let's go calculator and show you. So hold on, let me do another window capture here.
Oh, Seeker's getting fancy schmancy. I'm too busy looking at 2024 pennies selling for $250 to $400 a box.
I'm going to cover my face, not yours, Rob, just for funsies. So if you're wondering the difference between back of melt and back of spot, it's funny when I talk about melt price of 90% on my channel, people always get mad at me saying, why would you melt it? But this is the difference for you guys that don't know, and I know some of you do. So back of melt is this. So spot right now is $32.94. So if we take $32.94 and then we multiply it by 0.715, we have $23.55. That's what it melts for. Now if we subtract $2, that is $2 back of melt. So you see $2 back of melt is $21.55, okay? But if we are talking $2 back of spot, you'll see the numbers are different. So we'll take that $32.94, we'll subtract the 2 before we do the math, then we'll go times 0.715. And you can see now it's $22.12. And the reason that is because, back of spot means you're subtracting to $2 before you do the math. Back of melt means you're subtracting to $2 after you do the math. So for you guys that were curious, that is a big difference. That's a difference of, it looks like almost 60 cents per dollar. So Mike is saying he's paying $2 back of spot. So he would be paying $22.12 and then selling for whatever. Yeah.
So then you go again. There's the $4. Well, I don't know if it's $4, but it's there's another way to make more money on what he's paying versus what Metal Dragon Braveheart was getting at 18 times.
Right. So,
I haven't seen 18 times in probably a couple of years, to be honest. I don't know the last time I bought 18 times.
Man, I would love to get 90% for 18 times.
Me too. If I saw it at a coin show, I'd buy it. Matter of fact, the last coin show you were at, what were they not buying stuff? Well, numismatics was different than bullion, but for the 90%, what were they selling it at?
It was going for melt. Like, it was just selling for melt across the counter.
Yeah.
And there may have been someone there even cheaper than that. I know there were a couple of people there more than melt, and none of it sold.
How many times space is melt right now?
Melt,
if you did melt at time space, what would the break even on just melt value be at time space?
Melt right now is $23.55 per dollar.
So $23.55 times space.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 18 times is $5.53 under melt.
So 18 times, if here, I'm going to, I should just keep all these, and that way I don't have to
I didn't do the math. I'm sorry.
I want to show one more thing. What I'm saying is I should just keep these and like hide it instead of deleting the scene. But if you want to know what 18 is, this is how much per ounce it is. So very simple math. You can do it one of two ways. I always tell people to multiply it by 1.4 because it's easier to remember, but you could also just divide 18 by 0.715.
Yeah.
So if you're buying it for 18 times face, you are paying $25 per ounce.
Yeah.
Spot is 33.
Yeah, so $8, not $5.53, $8 less than spot.
Yes. That's what 18 equates to.
That's 73% of spot or whatever the number is.
I would likely, if I had to, take a loan to buy 90% at that price.
That's what I was saying earlier without saying do that. That's kind of how I would do it.
Right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's incredible. If you're getting 18, if you're getting it for 18, congratulations. Wow. I mean, that's the only words I can use is wow and congrats. Wow. And that's insane. And that's awesome. Because, whoo, I can't even imagine. I mean, that's, again, we'd have to get back to $25 per ounce and get it at spot to get it at 18.
We don't do gold prediction, Seeker. What are your thoughts on where gold's at right now? Not giving any predictions, but how do you feel about where it's at and how it got there?
So I feel a little bit nervous about buying gold right now. If you want to know a personal opinion, do I know if it's going to get to $3,000? I don't. Does it look like it is? Yes, because it just keeps going up. I mean, gold's been on an upward trend for 2 years now, right? So when did gold hit 2,000 an ounce? It was just a couple of years ago, like what, 2022, I think. Yep. 21, was it 21?
I don't know if it was 20. Was it? It was a 21. I think it was 22. I could be wrong.
It was 2020. All right, so it was the first time. Wow, man, time flies. COVID-19 makes time fly. It said it first hit it in 2020, but for a very short period, it hit it again in April of 2023. So if we look at the last time it hit 2,000, it's been basically on an upward trend since April of 2023, almost 2 years. So it looks like it's probably going to hit $3,000, and I think that's a number that, you know, people, it's kind of like what 2 was. Like everyone sees 2,000, they're like, oh man, 2,000, it's gonna hit 2,000. I think what's probably gonna happen, and this is not predicting spot price, but I can just imagine the people's reactions to 3,000 is I think the spot drops. So I mean, I'm talking about people that own gold contracts. Rob froze.
Oh, they sell, and then
oh, there we go.
Oh, you froze. Yeah, you froze on my screen.
Oh, you froze on my screen, but we're good.
Hold on.
But I think
they sell and the price goes back down.
Yeah, but think about it though. I mean, in 2020 it hit 2,000 and then dropped back under it, and then in 2023 it went back over it. So
we didn't remember 2020 because it was a short period of time. I knew it wasn't that long ago that I could really remember being over 2,000 though, to be honest.
Mr. Dougfresh says silver was 15 not long ago. You're right. It wasn't very long ago. I mean, when I started this channel, gold was in the 14s and 15s.
Yeah. When I first started stacking, it was $11 at one point for a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it hit $11 in 2018 for a moment.
Yep. Zosa Rock says gold wants to compete with crypto. It very well may. Hey, Rob, I tell you what, we only got 12 minutes left, and we need to give away that $50.
Oh, you want to do it now?
Yeah.
How are we doing it?
Well, I will. Let me come up with a trivia question, and I'm gonna look up, make sure I have the answer right. So it is what it is. All right.
Are we frozen on your live stream?
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay, my live stream looks like it's. I got to refresh the live stream over here. Oh yeah, there it goes.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, nope. You talk while I'm looking up a question.
Well, they can't barely hear me for some reason, but yeah, we covered a lot of stuff tonight. I've had a lot of fun. Obviously, we have a giveaway. We still have about 10, 11 minutes. We can answer questions, but we want to do a giveaway. We want to answer any questions that we've missed in the chat. So if we've missed a question that you think is a good one for us to answer, then throw it in the chat. We'll try to answer the best we can. Again, we're just giving you our personal thoughts. There's no financial advice here whatsoever. I would back the truck up on 18 times, though. I would do that. But outside of that, we're just telling you what our thoughts are. And hopefully everyone's had some fun dealing with Bullion and beyond.
So this is a question that can be Googled for the answer. But if you know it, you'll be able to type the answer faster than people can Google it. The first person to answer this correctly is going to win Rob's coin, and I'm gonna no, I'm just gonna ask the question in first person. So we're gonna give a 2-minute warning. No, we're not. I'm gonna ask it in the chat. That's what I'm gonna do. That way everyone sees it at the same time, because some people might be lagging more than others. That makes sense. You want to cover the super chat first?
Yeah, thank you, Barry T, for silver, like he always does. $13 super chat. I appreciate you very much, brother. Great chat, guys. Yeah, I had a lot of fun tonight, too, for sure. Thank you, Barry T. Very generous.
All right, I told him question coming in 1 minute. That way everyone can be ready for it.
Are they going to be ready for it, though, Seeker?
I hope so.
All right, 176 likes. I don't know. I might do a 250 like giveaway at the very end if we hit it. I know that's a little further away from now, but we still have 9 minutos.
9 minutos. All right, I'm waiting for it to say 6:52 on my screen. Then we're gonna hit the.
If you'll handle the giveaway, just tell me what it was.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Or who it was.
I'll say it after I post it. I don't want to say it before I post the question.
Oh yeah.
But just waiting for a 6:52 mark for that to go. All right, it is eventually going to hit 6:52. Let's look at this. All right, 4 seconds. Here we go. All right, here we go. And the question is, what is the symbol and atomic number for gold?
Ooh.
You have to have both. I put and.
I like the atomic number being tossed in there.
All right, it looks like we have a winner, Mike Schlees. I'm double checking. So it's AU 79. And I don't see anyone before Mike with AU 79. Do you see anyone before Mike Schlees with AU 79?
I went too far down. I'm looking. No.
All right, so Mike Schlees, Schlies.
I say Mike Schlies, but it might not be Mike Schlies.
It might be. I don't know which one. CoinPick says I wasn't live. I know. That's why I posted it in the chat. So that everyone, and I even gave a 1 minute warning. So I gave a 1 minute warning and I posted it in the chat. That's where the question was. So I said it also, but I posted it in the chat and I gave a 1 minute warning. So Mike Schlies it is. Congratulations, Mike Schleiz.
Mike, you know the drill. Send an email to robfindstreasure55@gmail.com with your shipping information, and I give it to you, brother, in the mail. You send it tonight, it'll mail tonight. If you send it tonight, it mails tonight. We have 213 likes. If we hit 250, I'm going to give away 3 old Canadian silver 80% dimes for the 250 likes. If we don't get it, no big deal. I'll just hold these until mañana noche.
Heck yeah. Guys, smash that like. Let's see if we can do it. I mean, we're almost there. You know, the show, by the way, is Bullion and Beyond. And tonight we did go beyond Bullion because we talked a lot about pennies and nickels. But the show isn't, as for anyone who didn't see our first episode, 2 weeks ago, the show isn't going to be just confined to pennies, nickels, bullion, coins. We could talk about much of anything if there's something we want to talk about. If there's a new movie, I don't care.
Yeah, this is just it's Bullion and Beyond for a reason. It could be bullion and numismatics, could be numismatics and movies, could be movies and recent trends. It could be a lot of things. Somebody could have watched American Idol and said, hey, did you hear about this new singer? And we could talk about that. But it's typically going to be about numismatics and bullion is what it's mostly going to be centered around for sure.
Absolutely. That will be mostly what it's centered around.
247 likes. Don't make me give away my 80% Canadian dimes. Don't make me do it.
Oh, I'm unchecking my like to help you out, Rob.
I'm just checking mine too. Hold on, I'll make it less. Look at that. Oh yeah, one less.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I hit like. We are almost there. There's got to be 3 more likes out there to do this last giveaway. Rob, I'm going to let you choose how to do this giveaway, though.
Yeah, I'm going to ask a question in the chat as well.
All right. Are you gonna type it though? Make sure you type it and then give a 1-minute warning.
Speaker.
Okay, never mind. Sorry. Your show.
I'm typing. Seeker, you're talking. I'm typing.
All right. Fair enough. CoinPig said American Idol buys bullion at 18 times.
By the way, I wasn't making that a knock on whoever said that, and I know everything you buy is within your budget. I was just simply stating that I haven't seen that in a few years, and if I saw that, I'd be buying as much as I could without my wife getting too mad at me.
By the way, we're at 273 likes.
I know. We're not hitting 300. Don't make me give away something else. All right, here we go. We have 250 likes. It's 3 old Canadian silver dimes. They're all going to be Queen Elizabeth II or earlier. And when I say Queen Elizabeth II, obviously I mean 1964, the laureate portrait, the young head, if you will, not the 65, 66, 67, or 68. It's all earlier. And there's even a KG the 6th in there. Might be a KG the 5th as well. Who knows? All right. Let's see. 1-minute warning. We're just about there. Oh, William Fowler, what's up, brother? What are the best books to hold coins? I like Intercept Shield or Dansko's. Intercept Shield's pretty expensive. They're the best in my opinion. Dansko would be the second best. I've bought a lot of coin collections. The Dansko albums do not tone poorly do not make the coins turn green or get ugly with plastics. Then the Whitman Classics, and then after that, it's a crapshoot.
Yep. I prefer Dansko. I'm looking at a bunch of Dansko albums from where I'm sitting right now, even.
Yeah, I bought a lot of coin collections. At Intercept Shield, they always look the best. Dansko, they look just almost the same. And then Whitman Classics, they do tone a little bit, but they still look good. And then after that, the coins look bad after decades, personally. All right. 250 likes. Question is coming up. I'm typing it in the chat.
The silence is deafening. We're letting Rob talk.
Here it goes. First one to answer. Seeker might even know the answer. It's in the chat. What was Rob surprised at the most tonight?
I know the answer, but
first person is Scorpio on my screen. It was the penny. I couldn't believe. I didn't say the year. It was just a denomination. Yes, 2024 pennies or cents was the best answer, but I said denomination only. Scorpio, you have won the dimes. Seeker, would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, he was easily the first.
On a journey. Thank you for putting the year on there. I didn't want to put the year because I didn't want it to make it too complicated, although probably would have been better to put the whole thing in there. But yeah.
Yeah, his question did say denomination only, so.
Denomination only. I didn't want to specify anything other than that. If we hit 300 likes in the next 1 minute, we'll hit the last giveaway. I doubt we will. It's okay. But yeah. Other than that, Seeker, I guess we'll start saying our adioses because we are 1.5 minutes from Coin Cruise live stream.
Yeah, I'm actually going to get a link for Coin Cruise so we can get people over there.
Nice.
Guys, if you want to hear a dealer chat, I believe it's Mike and Keith again tonight. Definitely get over there. Here.
Oh, dealer chat. So it's Mike and Keith or Mid America Coins and Coin Crew.
Yep.
Ernie, I do dollar cost averaging when I buy, but yes, I've said it before. I will increase my purchase of gold or silver based on the ratio. That's probably another subject for another stream, so we have time to cover that. Seeker might want to take a mental note covering about the gold to silver ratio and when's a good time to buy or dump or whatever.
Well, I'll tell you this. I don't know exactly what it is right now, but I know it's close to 90, and that's pretty high, which is why I definitely would be much more in the silver. I like gold and silver ratio being 70 and lower, to be honest with you. So where it is right now definitely speaks silver to me. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. You know, it's whatever feels comfortable to you. But I think 90 to 1 is pretty darn high. And, you know, to me, just kind of marks that silver is really where I want to be. And I notice I said where I want to be because it's up to you. So, guys, we did not hit 300 and we need to get over
299. If we hit it, I'm going to put it in the chat really quick. Seeker, I know it's 7 o'clock. We got to go because we got to go to Keith's, but you think we'll hit it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We hit it. First to type this in the chat. First to type that in the chat. I already had it ready to go, Seeker.
All right.
Oh,
there it is. Mike Schlese. Can he win twice?
Mike Schlese again? Mike Schlese again? All right, Mike. Listen. Good point. I don't even know why I'm giving it away. It's Mint State Merc Dime.
Oh, nice.
Mint State Merc Dime. It is, I had it up here, a 1943 Denver with almost full bands.
I just spammed Keith's channel in the chat. I don't know if it blocked me though because I spammed it.
1943 Merc Dime. Probably can't see it that well. Near full band. I'm just gonna add it into Mike Schlese's envelope.
Hey Rob, make me a mod real fast because it's blocking my message.
You got to type in the chat.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, I keep trying to type it, but everyone's typing. All right. There you go.
All right. There we go. There it goes. All right, guys, that is Coin Cruise chat for the night. So
you're no longer a moderator, Seeker, but you were for a second.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I should have banned everybody.
All right, you guys, thank you very much for joining us. I think it was a fun night. Remember, send an email if you won. Sorry if you didn't. We'll have giveaways. I have giveaways tomorrow night as well as on Friday night. And Seeker streams typically when he does stream on Saturday night.
Yep, Saturday night.
Other than that, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks on Seeker's channel. Right, yep. Seeker?
Yeah, 2 weeks is the plan. So, guys, thank you again for joining, and have a wonderful night. Do me a favor, make sure you go over there and check out Coin Cruise. Tell them that we sent you. Tell them that we sent you. Let them know where all of their viewers come from. Let them think that they don't have viewers unless we send them. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So.